Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to be going through some things that I would love to see throughout the FC25 Team of the Year promo. Now, I don't know the best way to format this video, so I've simply done a PowerPoint and I'm going to talk over it. So, the first thing we know is that EA, this is their time of the year where they like to make money. Well, they like to make money the whole year, but this is the time of the year where they make most of their profit. FIFA point sales go through the roof because everyone's trying to get themselves that Team of the Year Mbappe or Team of the Year whoever is in this year. But the thing is, they keep adding Messi and Ronaldo, despite them not probably really deserving to be in there in the last couple of years. I think this year they can't put them in, not even as honourable mentions. They can't be players in packs. What they need to do is do what they do with icon SBCs and make an SBC like this one, whereby it costs 20 squads or something like that. It'll cost you 1.1 million coins, whatever, and you can get yourself a flashback Ronaldo. Now, I know that you won't be able to have the actual Man United badge in there. Maybe they could pull some strings and actually get this as the dynamic image. But even if they could get like this image or any of his other iconic poses or whatever, celebrations from Man United with just the red kit on, everyone would love this. This would be so much better than just a Team of the Year card that you're not going to get until footies. This is something you'd be able to work towards. And obviously, I've got a Messi as well. I don't know why it's so pixelated. But yeah, I just think this would be so much better than unattainable players that no one's ever going to be able to use. Everyone will be able to get these cards if they just save up their fodder, and I think it would just be great. Simple as that. They could even potentially add a thing where they're on max chemistry, just like icons, because obviously they're a bit harder to link these days. But yeah, that's the first thing I think needs to be done throughout Team of the Year. We want a Messi, Ronaldo, SBC. Please don't put them in packs. I want an SBC with their old dynamic images. Now, the next thing to talk about, and again, it's a very pixelated image, is the 89 overall duplicate exchange. Well, just duplicate exchanges in general. Last year, you could trade in players that didn't necessarily have to be duplicates between 85 to 89 rated. The higher rated player you traded in, the more players you got back. And essentially, what this was useful for was if you didn't necessarily have an SBC you wanted to do, but you had a bunch of 89 duplicates. It didn't have to be duplicates, but just 89 rated players. You could put them into these exchanges. And say, for example, you had 10 of them. You'd get yourself 500 gold players back, and then you could probably go and make around 50 player picks or 50 League 1 upgrades or something similar. In addition to that, in these packs, you could just get yourself back some 87s, which you could put into the 87 duplicate exchange and then get more fodder. It just kept you on the game longer. As you can see, this person's completed it 500 times from this random image on Google. It was really useful, and I know we have the duplicate storage this year, but I honestly would like to see the duplicate exchange make a return again, as I think it was just so good for being able to craft upgrades. And one upgrade that we would like to see in Team of the Year again is the Team of the Year Crafting Upgrade Completionist. Now, I made a video on this last year where I just opened every single pack, and the only reason I was able to complete the whole thing is because of those exchanges. I got enough gold players to put into the crafting upgrades, and there would have been no chance of me doing that. In this game, FC25, it's really hard. 150 completions, that's 1,500 players. I think it would probably cost 11, so it would be 1,650, if my maths is correct. 1,650 gold players. There's no way anyone has that many in their club, really. I don't actually know how many gold cards there are on the game, but that's besides the point. What you could do is you could just put one of your high-rated players into an exchange. You got 5 packs back. Obviously, this year, if I did this video again, I probably wouldn't open all the 77 plus upgrades in a row. I would just save the good packs. But in relation to the upgrade completionist, I'd like to see, coupled with the duplicate exchange, that it's like 250 completions, and at the end you get like an 85 times 30, which obviously we've seen in another promo this year. Not just an 84 times 3 for 100. I want good packs the whole way through. We want to get Team of the Year's AA. Come on. Now, I just slightly hinted at it. We saw the 85 times 30 in another promo, and that was in the mode mastery. Now, I think this was a great addition. I think it got me playing the game again, really, like actually trying, because I wanted to work towards that 85 times 30. I wish I just saved it for Team of the Year. But essentially what this was, if you missed out, was you'd play Div Rivals, you would get your usual however many wins you need, 35 points, so 12 wins or 11 wins, 2 draws, and you would get a player, one of these blue... Is the Div Rivals the one on the right? You would get one of those blue... I don't know if that's the right colours. Whatever, you would get one of these mode mastery cards, and there was a Rodrigo, which you could use 18 mode mastery cards to get, or an 85 times 30, which I think costed 8 mode mastery cards. You would get more the higher divisions you were in. I think from Div 2 on, no, Div 3 onwards, or Div 4 onwards, you would get 2 mode mastery cards if you got your weekly wins. In Foot Champs, you would get 2 mode mastery cards if you got 9 wins. 8 wins or less was only 1. And in squad battles, if you got gold 2 or higher, you would get 2 of these mode mastery cards. I believe I'm correct in saying that. Now, you didn't necessarily have to go out of your way. It's the modern icon swaps in a way. You didn't have to go out of your way to get them because you were just playing the modes you normally would. And you'd get a bonus at the end, like after 2 weeks, at 85 times 30. That's great. This is something that I think is like so clearly needed in Team of the Year. I'd be really surprised if they didn't do something similar, as I just think it'll be a great way to get people playing the game. Now I want to quickly talk about Young Team of the Year. Now, this is a strange year to talk about this, as a lot of the young players in the world are actually some of the best. Like, you're looking at Vinny, Yamal, Bellingham, Wirtz. I've talked about a few of them in my Team of the Year video. Saliba's another one. Obviously, Lamine Yamal, I don't think probably should get the actual Team of the Year. I'd still take Salah, but he's definitely close to getting one, so maybe not the best example. But Cole Palmer, right? He's probably nailed on to get a Team of the Year honourable mention. I would just like to see a separate card design like this one that I got from FIFA Rosters. That's just a grey Team of the Year instead of gold, and it's for young players that are the best young players in the world. They may not necessarily be, like Rico Lewis is a great example of this. He was, well, maybe I'm not right in saying this, but one of the best like under 23 right backs or defensive midfielders in the world in 2024, but he's nowhere near getting an actual Team of the Year. Just give him a card. And this is something I could see EA implementing for a few reasons. It'll be more cards in packs. You'll have the men and women versions of Team of the Year icons, Team of the Year honorable mentions, and Young Team of the Year. That's 4 promos in one, men and women. Hundreds of cards in packs. People will definitely be buying FIFA points. And you could even have some of these as SBCs. Like, you're not going to have a normal Team of the Year as an SBC, but you could definitely have one of these under 23 Team of the Years as an SBC. These are just 4 random examples I've picked. I just want to quickly touch on evos as well. Cosmetic evos, I mean, they're doing a good job of it this year. I know it costs coins, which I feel like is a bit of a stitch up. Like 25k to put some Christmas lights on my Winter Wildcard Sane is a bit weird, but whatever. Team of the Year, we need to get that as a cosmetic upgrade. This is an example of an evo I have. Imagine it with the Team of the Year background. Beautiful. Also, to do with evos, I like to see some evos that are like the flash evos again, where you could get +7 pace on a card, +7 shooting on a card, +7 passing, and it would take like 4 games, was it? I can't remember what promo that was during. I think maybe Black Friday. That was great. The chemistry style one as well was great. We need more evos like that, because there's, for example, if you have a player that's just lacking a bit in pace, but you want to save him for other evos, you can just give him the pace. Anyway, I think that's something EA will do. They've been pretty solid with evos this year. But something I would like to see them add is being able to pick a playstyle to put on your card. Now, maybe they limit it that you can only add 1 shooting playstyle, or only 1 playstyle plus to a card. But I would just like to be able to add playstyles to my cards. For example, if you've got a player that's a striker evo, but you've evoed him all the way up from bronze, but you've put him in some winger evos because he's also a winger, you've put him in some midfielder to get his passing and dribbling up. He may have a fair few passing playstyles, but he doesn't have any shooting ones. You just want to add a little bit of finesse. Doesn't even have to be the plus. You want to add finesse to him. I think you should be able to just select that and pick it, go for it. Or the same, if you've got a midfielder with no passing playstyles, add incisive pass on them. And you'll have a menu like this where you can select which playstyle you want. I know this isn't the greatest quality, but it's just to give you the idea of what it would be. And a similar thing where you could have an Evo where you can pick a position. Now, for example, this Irankunda can play right wing, right mid, and left mid. And those are the green play styles. He's already got, the green positions. He's already got those positions. And the yellow one up top is striker. That'd be the one you're hovering over to select. So, for example, I want to add striker because look at those stats. I want him to be a striker. Maybe they would have to add something where if you've got over a certain amount of pace, you can't add centre back. So maybe it would have to be separate evos then, where you could have attacker upgrade evo, midfielder upgrade, and defensive positions evo. So you can put anyone into the attacker one, you can put anyone into the midfielder one, but the defender one's a little bit more restricted, something like that. I think that would be great to have as some players, because of the fact that you can't just put them in any position in game, they just play like trash when they're out of position. I just would like to see that as a feature. As for example, I subbed this Irankunda on at striker a fair few times. I think he's starting in my team now. But he's just out of position. But he's just that good that I'm happy with him out of position. But that's besides the point. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments if you'd like to see any of these things added during Team of the Year. I think the positional one and the playstyle one would be quite unlikely that they'll add it, as it's different mechanics to evos almost, but everything else I've talked about I think is something that definitely should be in. If you have enjoyed the video, please do leave a like and subscribe. Let me know what you think they should add. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.